Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Hi, good people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Terry, and this is the Kingdom Path. Today, I am back to talk about the crossover series that I began, and I want us to continue to plan the crossover. And before I say anything else, I want to say that I am born again. I love the Lord. It's in Him I live and move and have my being. And so I want to talk about a very interesting story that we all know, or if you don't know, maybe you'll hear it here. And I want to encourage everybody to study about this story. And since we are preparing to the end of the year, we are now on 3 days to the end of the year. So as we count down, today I have been reflecting a lot on the story of Moses and the Israelites while they were in the wilderness, how God rescued them, how God took them off the Egyptians. And this story is very significant in this season because we are counting down to the end of the year. That means we are crossing over a new year. And crossing over to a new year means we are leaving something behind. Something is, the year is over. 2025 is going to be history. So in the next 3 days. So how are we preparing for this crossover? This story is I remember it's from the book of Exodus 14, specifically when Moses was told by God to, raise his hand and part the sea, and the wind was blowing, and the waters were parted, and there was a dry land, and the Israelites would be able now to cross the road without any water touching them. It was a dry land. Imagine a whole big sea becoming dry land for them to cross over. So while they were walking, the waters were on their sides, both sides. They could see the pile of water, and they walked without any problem through the land until they got to the other side. And when they had crossed over, the enemies, Pharaoh and his army, were busy chasing after them because they could not believe that these people will go away from them. Once someone has made you a slave and you want to run away from slavery, they will make any effort to ensure that you remain a slave. So they were able to cross the Red Sea, and that was a miracle in itself. God did a miracle for them. They did not know how God would deliver them from that situation, but God delivered them. And it's because God used a person. God used Moses, and Moses had something to do. He had instructions to just raise his hand, and the waters parted. So as we even plan our crossover, we have instructions that God has given us. We have things that we know we can use to prepare for the crossover. So as they crossed over and the Egyptians were chasing after them, when the Egyptians were about to cross, and Moses looked back and saw that these people were chasing after them. But God did another yet a big miracle. And the waters went back and the sea became as it was. And those people, while they were in the midst of it, they were swallowed, including Pharaoh. They were swallowed by the sea. And in the book of, it says that the Egyptians were normal. So even as we cross over this year, there are people who have gone through serious oppression, serious years of toil, serious years of waiting on God for things, and they are the enemy has been working day and night to make sure that you don't succeed in everything that you do, or in anything that you do. May it be sickness, may it be business, may it be um, family. The enemy attacks in different places, and in all ways he tries to. We say that the enemy is like a roaring lion looking for whom to devour. And so I am saying, I want to encourage you to remember this story of the Israelites. They had gone through it all. And I will charge you all to read the book of Exodus, from chapter 12 and all the way to 14, talking about the story of how, in fact, it began when the Pharaoh was looking for firstborns, the children to be killed, and they were instructed that anybody who puts the blood of the lamb on their doorstep would be saved. So that was another crossover, that the enemy crossed over that home, crossed over that place. So for you, as you cross over, there are many things that can hinder you from being in the right place with God. And I want us to know that anything that has troubled you in the year 2025, anything that has been troubling your life for many years, trust God to deliver you in this season. And you shall say, as you cross over 2026, that the Egyptians, you shall see them no more. So I want to read the scripture just to for confirmation. The book of Exodus chapter 14, verse from 13, and I'll read. Moses answered the people, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you to today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still, to be still." And it continues to chapter 15, and it says, "Then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water so that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them. And I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, through his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots and his horsemen." Then the angel of God, who had been traveling in front of Israel's army, withdrew and went behind them. The pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them, coming between the armies of Egypt and Israel. Throughout the night, the cloud brought darkness to the one side and light to the other. So neither went near the other all night long. So imagine how God is going to protect you. As you cross over, remember God is fighting your battle. He has already organized everything for you. So this is a story that will encourage all of us to remember that no matter the challenges that we have gone through, no matter who is fighting you, if you have God, you have victory. And where you see that there seems to be no way, God will make a way. Do you still believe in miracles? God is still doing miracles. So I want everybody to know that even as we cross over to 2026, God is already ahead of you. He has prepared your way. All you need to do is to be still. Leave the baggage of 2025 behind. Leave it at Jesus' feet, and He will give you rest. He will cover you. Your trouble will no longer follow you in 2026. And we are claiming that victory is already given to us. So we must continue to claim it. And this is all from me for today as we continue to count down. And I pray that this story will help you plan your crossover. So this is a kingdom path, and we say, may God bless you, may God keep you until the next vlog. Let's continue trusting God because He is able. Thank you. for watching. If you like this message, subscribe, like, and share so that you can